Hi, Kritika.
Hi Hema. Okay, so we are live. And welcome LiveRight viewers. Welcome for another YouTube live
Yeah.
session. And we have got a very wonderful human being with us, Mrs. Hemadhevi Nagarajan. Hi Hema, welcome to our platform.
Hi, Kritika. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for this opportunity.
So before we dive into this session, here is a very short, nice that I wanted to share about Hema with all of the people who is watching this beautiful YouTube live session. I'm so excited for this topic and I'm so excited for the speaker today. I have met Hema in a offline event where we were talking about business and things like that. It has a story behind why she started this whole business, the whole career that she has stepped into. Many times we refer to work, life balance, doing all the magical things. I have never met one super telling her own story with so much sparkles in her eyes and everything. So when I was asking Hema this question, what does she does for her living and things, she said that she's a lifestyle entrepreneur and she's especially a coach to kids lifestyle, and she does that by carefully managing the balance between the parents lifestyle and then kids lifestyle. And I asked her why this job. She said she was an ex-employee from a PayPal company leading a very big team, and she just threw that job because she just wanted to be with her kid, and she realized that her daughter is the top of the world than anything else. That literally gave me goosebumps when she was narrating the whole incident, telling me how could a mother have so big heart and tell that that heart is not enough for the kid to love all. It felt so real, so pure, and that's the vision why she started this whole walk the talk program and the whole things that she's doing for all the kids around the world. And I'm sure many of you have seen the promo video that we were sharing with you. She would have said the word that she is on a mission to empower 100,000 children's lifestyle and shape them for their better future. I don't think we could talk about this three simple secrets that you need to raise your children happy and healthy. That's the most important thing that she's going to talk about to us today. And for knowing more about Hema, you can go and check the link that we dropped in the comment box. That's her website and YouTube channel. She continuously releases lots of useful videos where you will be like exposed to things like she'll be talking how you can manage your kids, how you can engage with them, and how you can slowly introduce lots of healthy habits into their life. You can check them out in the comment box in her YouTube channel. I recommend to go to her YouTube channel than to her website because the videos that she upload has tons and tons of useful content for parents out there. So I'm not going to keep you all waited today. I'll just give the stage to Hema. The stage is all yours, Hema. You can go ahead and take this session.
Thank you so much for such a lovely introduction. Kritika, it means a lot to me that you remember my story that day. So it means a whole lot to me. Thank you so much. And I want to acknowledge the parents who are here right now, and whoever it is, parents or teachers, whoever it is, who are touching the lives of children. I wholeheartedly thank you for here because you have a great intention to know what is it that we have to learn to change the lifestyle of our children, because the lifestyle, that is what it is important, that is what it is we have to give to our children. When we have give them the right environment, they have all the power within them, and they have all the seed. So it's just the environment which they need from us, and only thing that we can provide them is a lifestyle. So thank you so much for showing interest in this topic and being on here and on time. So I promise you that I'll give best value for your time. So thank you so much once again, LiveRight and Kritika, for this. So today I'm super excited to share with you some of the very powerful formula, I would say. So this may help you to transform your children's lifestyle for better, because this changed my child lifestyle, and this also changed my whole family lifestyle for better. So, this webinar could potentially change your core idea about the impact of bringing changes in the lifestyle, as I already said, and the way in which you connect with your children. Because connection is the first thing. When we want to correct your children, first we have to establish the connection. So, connection before correction works. So, this is what we are going to see today. And so let me first reiterate the webinar topic once again, so that, and then let's deep dive into the webinar. Fine. So today we are going to talk about 3 secrets to rise happy, healthy, and successful. Every parent want their children to be happy, healthy, and successful, but the secret lies on these 3 things that we are going to see today. So with that note, I would like to start off this thing with a research paper that has been published in the Journal of Marriage and Family, where they took a comparison study between quality and quantity. So this was the data where they took some data from the number of hours parents spend with their children. So this is the only data that they are going to take, and at different time intervals they have taken it from the 1965 to, on a series of time intervals from 1965 to 2010. So what they did was like they were just comparing the number of hours parents spent with their children, and this data shows the number of hours that we spend with our children in this generation with our children is more than the hours that our parents spent with us. So though the quantity is tremendous, the quantity has improved. You can yourselves can see that in 1985, in 1995, the hours was like 4.5 hours. Fathers were spending 4.5 hours on an average day and on average week. And mothers were spending about 11 to 2 hours, right? 11.2 hours with their children. And compared to this, in 2010, it was just published on 2010. So in even that time, it was like 7.2 and 13.7. So you can see that on a weekly basis, these was the hours that parents were spending with the children. Though the quantity was improved, the question was like, what about the quality? Does that improve the quality of life? But sadly, the question and the answer was no. The quality of life was not great. Though the quantity of hours that we spend with our children is more, that doesn't have any impact on the quality of lifestyle that we give to our children. This has a very different reasons, because that is because the choices that we make, that is also that is what it making us to spend more time, but that reducing the quality. So here the emphasis on what we do is more important than how much we do that same thing. So when we when we say what I'm spending quality time with my child, what is that quality means to you? What is it that you're going to do with your child? So it's always about the quality when compared to in terms of relationship, quality wins quantity. Quality is the main thing that we have to provide, that we have to concentrate on. So in this whole webinar, I will be concentrating on the quality of life, how you can improve the quality of life just by following the things that I'm going to talk about. So fine, let's get into the webinar structure. So I'm going to divide this session into 3 parts. The first is understanding the new normal, wherein I'm going to explain about why it is important to change now. So I know you were busy and you wanted to change something, but you don't know why you have to do. But the nature is giving us an opportunity through this COVID and through this pandemic situation, and it's asking us to change. It's not just for our thriving. Now it's a survival strategy. So how can we use this obstacle as an opportunity to move forward, to make our life better? So that's what we are going to see in understanding the new normal, why it is important to change now. And this is even the high time and even the best time which nature has given us, and it is calling us and is asking us to make the change. And the second thing is what walk the talk parenting lifestyle, whereas I'm going to talk about what is the mindset that we require to change. Before making some action change in the action, it is required to change in the thoughts. So thought involves mindset, right? We should have the right mindset. That is what it's going to commit as a thought, right? So for that, what is the mindset that we should have to grow together as a family? So that's what we are going to see in the second section of it. And in the final third part, which will be an interactive session. Actually, I wanted to make it as an interactive, but you can do it as an exercise. You can have your pen and papers ready with you. If you're not having it, please ask someone to get that pen and papers for you, and then keep it ready. In the third section, I need all of you to have your pen and papers. So that's where I'm going to share about top 3 secrets to build your routines, the routine building formula. And finally, I'm going to introduce what is it that I'm doing, what is the program that I'm doing with my Walk the Talk parenting lifestyle. So I'll be giving you an introduction about that. So let's get into the first part of it. understanding the new normal. So, Kritika, should I have to introduce myself from my words, like why I'm doing what I'm doing? Do you want to know from my own words? Shall I have that with the audience who are here right now?
Yes. You could go ahead and tell your own story, right? What will make it more better than your content?
Yes, thank you, Kritika, for that. So I wanted to tell that from my own words, right? So let me introduce myself. I'm Hemadhevi. I'm an IT professional turned lifestyle entrepreneur and coach. I have a background in research and product management. I'm passionate about building products and programs that touches real life. So I'm generally curious and problem solving in nature. I want to solve the own problem on my own problems and also the problem that comes with my profession and everything, right? So that keeps me a lifelong learner. So and then I'm a mother of a 4-year-old active, happy, healthy child. Her name is Aradhana Mitra, and wife of a growth-minded person. His name is Mr. Dinesh. So my child name is Aradhana Mitra. Fine. So until 2018, I was suffering from a disease called busyness disease. I call it as a busyness disease because that's what it made me quit my job. It's not my child, it's not my parenthood, it's not my profession. It's my own busyness disease that made me quit my job. So, what was it like when I was working? Right, I was just thinking, I'm just doing all fine. This is what other professionals are doing. But my person with a professional growth, the person who want to grow in a professional, this is what she can do. So that's what I'm doing. So my internal resistance says, I'm doing with my time capacity, with my time and capacity. This is what I can do. I'm doing best to my child and my family. And my external resistance says others are living the same kind of life and I'm also living it. So what's wrong with it? So these are the resistance which stop me, which makes me blind to see the actual reason for my suffering and my families, which is stopping my growth and my family's growth. So when I was coming to an awareness, the point was like my child got affected by my busyness disease. So that's when I took a serious call on that and came to an awareness about what is it that I'm missing it. Why I'm not able to give a better lifestyle for my child. When I was coming to the asking those questions and coming to an awareness, that's when I realized it's not my busyness, it's my resistance which is causing this busyness as a disease. So that's a disease that is caused by my resistance. That's made me blind to see the actual reason of my suffering, and that's what is pulling us all down. So, it is also one of the default lifestyle which I was living. I'm not seeing what is the actual need of my family, myself, and missing the essential need of it. I was just living on the flow. I'm living on the flow without any direction. I want to work. I want to keep my. I was thinking that I want to balance the family by taking all this on my own head, even without even sharing it. So that's what the mindset I was having it. I was not even sharing what is it that I wanted, and I was not even aware of what is the need of the family and what is it essential for it. So this keeps me blind. And when I come to an awareness, I started to consciously work on every element of my lifestyle, be it my digital life, be it my food habits, purchase decisions, my mindset. It starts with a mindset, belief, and routines, and family connection. When I shift my focus from resistance to awareness, I understand. Apart from knowledge, apart from knowing, it's important to change the mindset and important to have the tools and strategies to build a better lifestyle that works for you and your family for better. So I was doing all this and I was implementing one by one all those, bringing up all those healthy habits in my life, giving importance to the essential things in my life and my for myself and for my child. And I was able to see a tremendous change in my lifestyle. When I started to walk the talk, that's when I was able to see the tremendous change in my lifestyle. In my journey of rediscovering my lifestyle, I got to see I'm not alone in this journey. There were many parents and children who are suffering because of this default lifestyle. So I shared my activity based approach to them, and this helped them. I talked to many parents, my family, my network, my professional network, and I gave my activities based approach to them. They were so happy with that helped them. So those activities helped them, and through that they changed their lifestyle too. And so I realized the power of it. It's not just changing my lifestyle, it is just working like a magic to everyone. So I started to talk to many people. I started to do research. I started to many coaches, leaders, and started to read many books. And I was just learning art of life and all those things. I was just doing it side by side. And then I upskilled myself in all the way possible. And I designed a model of lifestyle called Walk the Talk Parenting Lifestyle. The main objective of my work is to empower children to live a happy, healthy, and successful lifestyle by working on their mindset, routines, life skills, and strengthening their bond with their parents. So now I'm on a mission to help 100,000 children to live a happy, healthy, and successful lifestyle. The program will also help parents to do their desired job while giving their children a right environment to grow. It will also prevent them from passing their business disease to the next generation, because that was the thing that I was having it. I was about to pass it to my next generation. Fortunately, I got to an awareness, and it prevented me from passing my business disease to next generation. So this was the same gift I want to give to the parents who are all in my community, to prevent them from passing their business disease to next generation. So this is the work that I'm doing. So let's now get into. So Kritika, do you have anything to share on this? So what is your thought about it?
Dizziness disease. For the first time, we are hearing such a disease. Although we are from Wellness platform, we have never heard this dizziness disease term. And thank you for coining the term. Maybe we should get a copyright for that term.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's really true. Business is a disease that is caused by the resistance.
Okay. So
Okay,
like
fine.
I would like to throw a personal question over here. You were telling that you don't want to pass this business disease to the next generation, and that's why you started to break the pattern, the cycle that was occurring.
Yes.
So why did you actually think that you have to break the pattern? I get it. Maybe you would have felt at one point that you are not spending enough time with your family, maybe with your daughter. But like there should be a moment, that aha moment or something will be hitting everybody. Can you like tell us how it was or what triggered you that?
Fine. I was about to share it the later part, but still fine. As you asked it, I don't want to stop it, because my default lifestyle was affecting my natural potential growth of my child. It was giving and keeping as an coming as an hindrance to her growth, because I was not providing the right environment for her. Because of that messiness, my resistance mindset, right? I was just thinking of what is the need of the child and what is it that I should do for her, and what is the environment and what all the routines that I should build in her, how I should give importance to her life skills and self skills. I was just taking everything on my back, and then I was saying, let me give you more food. That's what I want to do as a mother. I'm concerned about that. So I'm not concentrating on the quality more than the quantity, right? If she eats enough food of the same type, fine. I will give good quality food, because say for example, I'll give more veggies and all those stuffs. But I'll always be concentrated on the quality. The quality of things what is my concentration was on there before, when I was in the business mode. So when I come out of it, that's when I realized it's not that. It's about giving her the right knowledge about the food, and making her aware of what is it that is right for her, and making her improving her own skill to feed her or herself, giving her the choice of how to do the right choices, because that is what it's going to improve her lifestyle. So when I come to that awareness, that's when I realized this is something which I have to do it, and it's high time I have to start it now. When I was able to do it in 3 months, I was able to revive everything back, and she was all set.
So basically, you were teaching your daughter how to herself lead the life.
Yes, how to make a right choice, because I'm just helping her. She will maybe making her choices, but I will educate her and give her the awareness. I'll give all the opportunities for her to make all those things, but I'll first thing is
Uh,
I'll educate her on what is right and what is wrong, and after that she'll be making her choice.
Makes sense, Hema. Makes sense. I mean, like at an young age, you were basically like fine tuning the mind.
Yes.
Well put. Well put. Okay, we'll continue with your PPT. It's more interesting.
Thank you so much, Kritika. So let's first see what is the first part of the section is understanding the new normal. Why? Let's see this pandemic situation has fortunately given us some opportunity to make the change right now. So I understand it's a very bad thing that has happened right now, because of many people lost their life. But for those people, they are giving us a lesson for us, leaving the lesson for us, that we have to change our lifestyle, because that is what has made the issues work. The nature is talking to us. Are we listening to it? Listening to it is the question. So now, and the new normal is like, what is it that we do very rarely or completely new, is what is this new normal is, right? So, for example, the homeschooling. Homeschooling is completely new thing for us. And then about social distancing, we will be doing social distancing. We will not be just rushing it, but still we are not so consciously doing it. Now this pandemic situation is just telling us that these are the survival strategy. Whatever it is, we have to follow it, right? There are certain key skills that this new normal is just this pandemic situation is suggesting us for our survival. And then about work from home. The work from home was one of the very biggest opportunity when in few companies they were providing. Now this new normal is bringing us this work from home options, and also about the self care. So everyone needs to be, we know it is important to take self care, but what is the priority that we given to us is very less. So now this pandemic situation is emphasizing on self care. Health is wealth. Health, only option that we have is health. You have to protect. When you want to survive, you protect your health and do all these things. What the self care is the best care that you can do to protect yourself and make you keep you survive. So these are the things that this new normal is demanding us, and we are just following it. And then about, let's see, to understand how, what are the skills that we are acquiring it, what are the skill that is we have to gain from this. Let's see about that. Before that, I want to just re-emphasize on what is the default lifestyle that we live before and now. So before this pandemic situation, that is, yeah,
Sorry
yes,
to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Is your screen, I mean, like, are you sharing the PPT now? Because we are unable to see your PPT.
yeah, my PPT is on sharing mode.
Can
You're
you, like,
sharing. Shall I
I mean,
reshare it?
we are not able to see the PPT. Can you, like, stop sharing and then try it again?
Yeah, definitely, I'll just
Okay.
do it. Can you see now?
Okay. We are just able to see a gray part, not any of your content.
But I'm sharing it. It's also saying you are sharing your Microsoft PowerPoint.
Okay. Yeah. Now we are able to see it. Yeah, sure.
You able to see now?
Yes.
Okay, glad, fine. So I was in the point, like I wanted to just let's come to an awareness of what is the default lifestyle that we lived before, that is 4 months back, and what is the lifestyle that we live right now. So 4 months back, I generally define life into three parts. One is like family life, work life, and the digital life. So the digital life, the third thing that I'm talking about is what it's taking the time from both the family life and the work life. So when we are not using technology in the right way, the technology may use us. It's like whether we are using technology or the technology is using us. That is the question that we have to ask. If you are not balancing it, then that's when the trouble comes with the digital life, right? So at least before there were some specific time and environment we will be going in and we'll be working on. And but now with this pandemic situation, all the walls are broken and we're all into the same house. We have to do work from home. Children are at home. They have to we have to take care of their homeschooling, and also we have to make a family run, right? I mean, doing the household chores and all those, right? So for this we have to maintain our productivity and also help our children survive, thrive in their schooling and all those stuffs. And we have to make our health is also a priority for the situation, and we have to concentrate on what is it that important for the family's health and all those stuffs. So we are juggling. Before we were juggling in environment, different environment, and now we are all coming to the same place, and we are just trying to fit in within this environment. So after we do it, this has also given one more opportunity on the other side of the coin. When we see it, this has given an opportunity for the family members to see what is the kind of work that we are doing, and also for us to see what is the children's how the children's are doing at their school, and about the partners are also chiming in the family work, and they are also getting into the family work, and they are also involved in the family chores. And this has also given us some opportunity to see the world when in the other side of the person. Each member, there is the other side of the person. We are also seeing it has given us opportunity to see that. So when this is the opportunity, so how can we use this new normal situation to grow from now and beyond, right? So as I already said, right, this new normal is demanding us, these are the skills this new normal is demanding us. The first thing is like health is wealth. So we should have the right mindset that health is wealth. We all know that health is wealth, but what is it that you are doing it about it? We don't have any medicines. We have to protect our health, and rising our immunity is the only thing. And so what is it that you're doing for your health is a question. This is a survival strategy. And then about self-responsibility. So the self-responsibility, it's not possible to go behind each person and say like to take care of your, go and wash your hands properly. Yes, as a mother, as a father, you can say that to our children, but it's not possible for every time. You cannot go behind and stand behind your child and see the shoulder watch what is it that they are doing it. It's about giving them the responsibility to take care of themselves. Each member should hold the responsibility to take care of themselves. So that is what this situation is demanding on us. And then about the mindfulness. The mindfulness is one of the key skill that we should develop within us. So this situation is also giving us an opportunity to look through it and what is it that we can do about it. So we are mindful of, now we are more mindful of what is it that we are doing outside the house, even within the house we are doing it, right? After coming, when we are go out and when we come in, so what is it that we are doing? We are very conscious of where we keep the bag and what is it that we are doing, removing the cloths and then taking a bath, and we are very careful of what is it and each steps that we are doing. We are very mindful of it. This has given an opportunity to be such a mindful a life, to live such a mindful life. And then about creating an accountability within the family. The self responsibility that we take care is not just about us. We have to be responsible, so that each individual should be responsible. That is going to be get reflected in the other family member as well. So that's when it's called about creating an accountability. It's an accountability. I'm taking care of self because I want my family to be safe. When I'm not taking care of myself outside, when I'm not maintaining the social distancing, if I'm not wearing the mask, if I'm grabbing the infection from outside and then coming into the home, it's not going to affect myself alone. I'm accountable for my family. It's going to affect my whole family. So these are the skills. I would say these are the skills that is this new normal, this pandemic situation is demanding on us. Health is well, self responsibility, mindfulness, and having a accountability, right? Accountability thing, right? It's not just me, it's about the whole family. I'm taking care of myself, not just for me, I'm also for the others in the family. So these are the things that has been demanded, and let's see how these skills is going to help us grow better and grow everyone in the family together. So that's what I'm going to see in the next part of it. So with this, I would like to give an opportunity to Kritika. If you have anything to pour, just please ask me, or if you want to share anything, you just come in and share your thoughts, Kritika.
Okay, so I have a question here for you, Hema. You were
Yes,
talking
please.
about the three important skills that this new normal has started to teach everyone, like self-responsibility and health is wealth. And one more thing you said is mindfulness.
Mindfulness,
Uh,
and yeah.
yeah, so like what's my doubt here is like even for an adult, even a like how do I put it? Even like a 40-year-old or like even someone like well-matured adult is
Mm.
not like able to completely, like leverage that whole stress that is, pushing on us right now. We are very much aware that we have to be self-responsible at this time, and we have to have that patience and wisdom to withstand ourselves during this time.
Yes.
And we are actually able to understand that we're not supposed to go out, and we can kindly comprehend that thought. But when it comes to kids, they don't have that enough wisdom and enough exposure to comprehend these kinds of things, right? So how do we put it gently on them? Like how do you do it with your daughter? Like how do you put it gently without, like forcing them to understand the situation?
Empathy, right? Empathy is the key skill here. Of all this, the mother of the skill for this is empathy. So we should have that empathy. Yes, the children are always, they need to be active, right? We providing them an active lifestyle within the house. How much encouraging are you the child? How much are you concentrated about the active part of the child? The child needs to be active. She wants to go out and she wants to play and she wants to run around. She used to have the habit of going to park, and we will take it. Now that biggest thing is missing. I'm not going to encourage her to sit on a place and watch her TV. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to encourage her in a different way. I'm building her the routines that can make her active, and that is what going to replace her to asking her the need of make her have the need of going out and playing, right? For that, what is it, the alternative that is I'm providing in my house is what the question is, right? I need to empathize her, and she needs to be active, and that's what her the little child's smallest request. And what is the alternative that I'm providing? What are the ideas that I'm providing her from my side is the question. It's not about making her understand blindly, right? This is a pandemic situation that you should not go out, so you stay here. Okay, fine. I'm going to give her all this knowledge. But you can be active inside the home is what the mindset I'm going to give her. It's what the ideas that I'm going to give her. And those kind of activities, those kind of routines that make her active is what the alternative that I'm going to provide her.
Okay, it's again about like redefining the routine
Yes.
life.
Yes,
Okay, nice.
yes, even staying home, even while staying home, how can you be active? So what is it that I'm going to bring her? I'll just hang a ball, right? I'll just ask her to give it a beat, or say I'll just make her simple hanging with my sari, with a cotton sari, right? I'll just make a swing from that, and so that she'll be swinging on that. I don't have unjal or something, so I'll just make that. Even if I have that, I'll just ask her to do this because it will be of something different to her than the usual thing. So, right, what is the alternative that I'm going to suggest her? It's not that I'm going to be with her all the time and going to play with her. It's that just how the environment I'm providing it. What is the little change that I'm doing in the environment? How I'm going to make a small obstacle course with a chair and a pillow, so that will make her to jump from one place to other, keeping her safe, but still she is active. So, what is it that I'm going to change in the environment is what I need to look on. Instead of making her sit in a place, watch a TV, or just do a drawing, giving her some boring activity is not going to help her. I want to have my child to be active, and that's what going to keep her healthy. And what is the alternative that I'm going to provide? It's just a simple thought that I'm going to empathy. Because of the empathy, I'm just thinking of it and then giving it. That's it.
Being a mother comes without saying that you have to be utterly crazy and create things
Yes, yes.
out of the box.
Relive your childhood. Relive your childhood. It's not about asking the child to relive my life. It's about reliving my childhood within myself, with her as a company, right? It's
Lovely,
about that.
lovely put, Hema. Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. So with that, this is the most important part of the webinar, I would say, because this is the mindset wherein we are going to set, and this is what we are going to make us take that first step. Even if it is a first small step, I would always recommend to take one step at a time. So for that one little step, we need the right mindset. Even if it is a small step, that should be taken with the right mindset. If I'm not having that right mindset and then doing something, so it's not going to put me on the right path. So for that, what is the mindset that we should have to grow together as a family? It's not about one person or two-person. It's all about us. It's everyone have the single life. And what is it that I should have to rise together as a family is what we are going to see. And that's what the walk the talk parenting lifestyle as a whole is emphasizing on. So walk the talk means living in alignment with words and action. It's actually an idiomic phrase. I love this phrase because it's a leadership way of lifestyle, right? So I always see parents as a leader, because this was one of the quote. I love this quote by Tom Peters. I guess it's Tom Peters. He says like, leaders don't want to create followers, they want to create leaders. So this one quote aptly suits for the parent, because none of the parent to want their children to be like them. They want them to be more, right? They want them to be a leader. So that's why I call parents are always as a parent leaders. I always call parent leader. So with that quotes, I want to also share a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. He just wonderfully puts it like, your belief become your thoughts become your words become your action become your habits become your values become your destiny. So this was the thing, right? Which it starts with the belief. So that's what the mindset. So what is it that mindset you have to work on to grow together as a family? So I call it as IUV family mindset. So which talks about I am important, you are important, we all are important. It's not about playing a tug of war, which is not going to help. When we play a tug of war within a family, whoever falls is going to hurt the other person. If I'm going to pull the rope my side and my child falls, it's going to hurt me. And if she pulls it, if I fall, it's also going to hurt her. So that's not going to help, and it's not a growth mindset. I call it as a fixed mindset. Instead of that, when we have a mindset like playing a seesaw, so it's like, when you need me, I'm ready to get down for you, and also when I need you, I need every one of you to get down for me. It's about playing a seesaw. It's an act of balancing, wherein I'm giving my load, so to transfer to you to rise myself, and I'm also ready to take the load from you to rise you. So this is the mindset that we should have when we want to rise together as a family. So this is the only mindset that can help us all to grow together. So for this, these are the words. Okay, fine. Well, we should have it, and how we should have is the question, right? How I can develop this mindset. For that, I'm just suggesting this 4 points, which is on the slide I presented. How you can develop that mindset, right? You'll be having that question. So for that, you have to first thing is like stay aware. You should know what is your need. If for example I'm coming to this meeting right now, and my husband is also having he's also doing work from home, and for this I should let him know we are sharing the same office space, so same room. So for this I should make him aware that I'm using this I'm going to do this webinar right here. So if you can place your laptop in other room. I should first thing is I should come to an awareness. I cannot compromise this for this webinar right now, and also my husband needs to do his job as well. So for that I need to make him aware of it, that at that time I cannot come and say I'm just going to do this space, I need this space. I cannot say this, right? It's about coming to an awareness. I'm just pointing out a simple small thing that I'm just doing it right now. So how we can grow together. So it's not about fighting whether you are going to use the space, I'm going to use the space. It's not about, we have this thing, we all have a same priority on a day. So I'm just going to make it aware, and then getting the things done. What is it that I need, and giving this an option, and what is it that he needs for the work to be done, right? So it's about coming to an awareness. What is each one of the person needs, and how we are going to balance it. So for that, it's very important to come to an awareness of what is in each person's each person's need in the family, and then about having and trust and being it an open mind. So when you come to an awareness, and then about keeping it informed, right? I need to tell, I know that this is an important thing right now, I want to do this. So what is it, the next step is like I have to inform it with, I should there is a Tamil code which is called கேளுங்கள் கொடுக்கப்படும் தட்டுங்கள் திறக்கப்படும், right? So I just want to call it out, like ask so shall you get, seek so shall you to I just have the quote here, I just read it. So ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find it, knock and the door will be open to you. It's always important, just keep this quotes, just keep this three quotes in your mind, or whenever you want something you have to ask for it. So for that you need to have an open mind. So where you, and also you have to trust the other person, and you have, trust is not something that comes just by the name. It comes from the reflection of your action. So as the person, as you know about the person, and if you believe them, that's when the trust will get built, right? So it's very important to give the trust and earn the trust. So as in a family, we should have that thing. And then about self dependent, age appropriate self skills. They encourage age appropriate self skills in children, and even in every family members. For that we should give an opportunity for them. So without giving an opportunity, we cannot expect children to be in an age appropriate. As you come to 5 years, we can, as a child becomes 5 years, we cannot expect them to have the food on their own. For that we should give them enough opportunity to have the food on their own. We should give them we should give them little chances. We should forgive them. They will do, definitely every people will do mistakes. So for that we should forgive them and give them more chances. So are we giving them, ask the question, if the child is not having age appropriate self skill, first question you should ask is like, you should not worry about my child is not having age appropriate self skill. For the first, instead of that, you should come to an awareness, trust the child, give them enough opportunity, forgive them their mistake, and then remind them gently. Whenever they are resisting it, remind them gently that you should do it. That's how you're going to you are going to be healthy. So these are the steps that you should follow in order to develop a self skill in the child. And then about giving a responsibility, right? Delegate the task. Don't take all the load on yourself. When it is possible for someone to help you in that time, and if they are free, and if you know that they are able to do it, then delegate the task. Don't have the fear of missing it out, right? So make other people inclusive and create that accountability. Even the child, even the partner, give them the accountability and get their help. Ask for the help and get their help. Even if they are giving, when they are giving it, when they are offering the help, get that help from them. So this is how we can create the accountability, and this is how we can all grow together in the family, and this is what we should have, an IUV family mindset. So when you wanted to do this, the first thing, the underlying principle of it, right? Without this, you cannot have this IUV family mindset. That is called the connection before correction formula, which I call it as 3A formula. The first thing is attention, acknowledgement, and appreciation. When you want to establish a connection with any person in the world, you just follow this 3 A's, which you will be able to attain that person's trust, and then you will be able to gain the connection with them. So these are the 3 A's that you should follow. The first thing is attention, as I say. When you are coming to when you're a child, let's just talk about the child, how to develop it for the children. When a child is coming to you and she is asking, how's my drawing, amma? And then you have to turn to the child's, you just have the face to face, eye to eye contact, and then have that grab that, gently get that drawing from them, and then acknowledge the effort that they have given. So now you're giving them the attention, and you're acknowledging the effort that they have put in. So you have you drawn this? Oh, this is wonderful. Just describe what is the picture they are trying to depict it, and what is it that they are trying to say. Just trying to acknowledge the effort that they have put in, be it the color combination they have chosen, or the way they have drawn it, instead of just saying a beautiful, it's very beautiful, it's very impressive. So instead of that, acknowledge the effort that they have put in, and after that, appreciate the effort, and appreciate the effort that they have put in. So what is the hard work that you have given? What is the color combination that you have made is very beautiful. So this goes with this very well. So this is how you have to uh, establish the connection. So when we do this, that's how, even after doing this, when you want to give that correction, when the child, if you want to improve the drawing, when the correction, children's drawing, after doing this attention, acknowledgement, and appreciation, after this you come to your correction, and that's when the child is going to have the mindset of getting that, accepting that mistake and correct it. So without doing it, it's not possible to correct the child, and it's not possible to connect with the child either. So it's always important to remind connection before correction, and for that you have to remind this 3 A's. So let me give this stage to Kritika now. If you have any questions, you can ask me, Kritika, right now. With after this, we are going to the third part of the section.
We'll go to the third part of the section, Hema.
Fine, glad, super. So we have seen what is the need, why it is important, what is the nature is talking to us. That's what the first part, and then we saw about the mindset, right? And now comes the action part. So what is the action that we have to take? We know why, we know what, and what is it that we have to do in order to apply it in our life. So that's where the secret lies in. It's called the routine, right? The routine is a wonderful thing. So some people thinks like routine will take the freedom from us. It's not possible. When I'm going to live a monotonous life. No, routine will give you more opportunity to live and do more things. So what is it that you're going to put in the routine is what the question is. It's not about the whole routine that is going to make your life monotonous. Instead, it's what is it, how you're going to prioritize a life. How do you want your life to be? Needs to be prioritized on the routines. So this is what I'm going to share in the secret routine building formula, wherein I'm going to explain what is it that you have to do. There are 3 secrets that will help you to build a healthy routine. So if you don't know where you are going, any road will get you there. This is a quote by Lewis Carroll, right? How wonderfully written this quote is, right? So this is the same thing, right? When you wanted to be happy, healthy, and successful, are you having this in your action, and are you doing it consistently with this, and are you having it in your routine? So that is this is the question that you have to ask yourself, and then let's get into the first secret formula of how to build your routine. So the first thing is like awareness and clarity. So when you want to have it in the routine, build your routine, right? What I should have it in the routine is will be the most people's question. So okay, fine. What I should build as a routine. So we already have in our childhood we have a habit of brushing our teeth, taking bath, and those things we have it as a routine. So are we building a healthy routine with our children? How to build a routine with our children? When we want, how to prioritize it for for a little child, right? So for that, you have to ask these questions. So on an age appropriate level, do you just make a list of things that is appropriate for the child to be happy, healthy, and successful? And then just make a list. Now I have made a list for a child age 3 to 7 years. These are the things we should ask the child whether they are doing it for themselves, right? So for that, I have given three things. One is do it for you, do it with you, and do it yourself. So do it for you is like, what is it that you are doing as a parent? You are doing it to your child. So say for example, let's take brushing your teeth. Are you doing that brushing for your children, or you are staying with the child and the child is involving in brushing your teeth? For example, over a 2-year-old, we will be the child will be just simply standing and we will be brushing their teeth, right? And when after when the child is 4-year old, that we will be asking the child to do the brushing, and we will be just standing with them and we will be instructing them. And once they are just little bigger, and then we'll just leave the child to do it on their own. So for this, you have to make sure what is the stage at each stage. That it's not just about brushing; it's all about the most important self skills. What are the self skills that you should have in order to keep your child happy, healthy, and successful? Just make a list of the tasks that you want your child to be improved, and you just come to an awareness whether what stage they are in. Are you doing it for do it for you is number one, do it with you is number two, and do it with yourself is number three. So parents and teachers, whoever it is, right, whoever works with the children, just make a note of it. Have your pen and paper and just make a note of it, and then ask them to do this awareness exercise and mark it. So is my child brushing their teeth on her own? Yes, she's doing it with doing it herself. Is she taking bath? No, I'm also be she is capable of doing it. She will be doing it most of the time, but I'll be also with her. So make sure that she is doing it properly. She is 4 years, right? And so dressing it up. Now she is doing it, but I will be with her. So and self feeding, she is doing it on her own. She is every time she is having a food on her own. I'm not feeding her. And making a bed. So for her age, it's not possible, and I'm doing it for her. So for cleaning a cupboard, she'll be cleaning. She'll be able to clean her toys and stuffs, but for the cupboard cleaning, she is not doing it right now. And for learning and studying responsibility, I'm doing it with her, right? And then about managing a digital life, she is doing it. She is very well managing her digital life. She is living a very happy and balanced life. And now I am coming to the awareness, and then I want to make sure, is it age appropriate? Now we have to say yes or no. This for my age, for 4 age, right? For the age of 4, these are all age appropriate. I have made a checklist, and I have worked on this. So these are all age appropriate. When you get something as no, when you feel like your 7-year-old is not cleaning the cupboard, you should make it as no. And when your 10-year-old is not, when your 8-year-old or 10-year-old is not studying on themselves, they are not taking a study responsibility, you have to make it no. And then you have to work on that. So when the child is not having a healthy digital life, then you have to make it a no. Because whenever you are there, the child is behaving different. For example, your child is behaving different, and you want to take control of it, then you have to make it no. And then comes the second part of it, which is like, what is the resistance which is stopping you from doing it? So this is the most important thing. So when I was talking about busyness, the busyness is a disease which is caused by resistance, right? So resistance is one of the most important thing that we have, or we all have to come to an awareness. What is it that is stopping us from taking our action? Everyone want to live a great life, but why only few are able to live and few are not able to live their life? It's because of their own resistance. So for that, we have this kind of, we are all have the resistance, not one thing. It takes different forms. The first is like internal resistance. The internal resistance says like, it talks about you. I am busy. I don't have time. I'm not feeling like doing it. It's boring. It's one of the dangerous words, like boring. And then about external resistance, which talks about other people. They're also doing it. I'm also going to do it. I don't have a supportive family. I don't have a supportive husband. I don't have a supportive in-law. I don't have a supportive mom. I don't have any support system. So these are the external resistance. Just for stopping your action, you are going to give someone as a reason. And then about self-limiting belief or labeling, calling it like, I am bad at name. I'm not going to tell your name correct because I'm bad at name. I've already decided. I've labeled myself. This is the belief that I'm having it. And this is the same way we'll also label a child. You are bad at math. You are you are not good. We will be labeling it. So when the belief that we have about our children is going to be their own beliefs, the words, the labels that we are going to create, right? We are saying. So when we say a child you are poor at studies, when we say that, at least when they get the low marks, they'll be just having a doubt. When we label them, that's when they are going to confirm it. So the self-limiting belief and labeling is the most dangerous thing. Parents are unknowingly doing it, and we should come to an awareness that we should not label our children with any kind of tags like this, because it's very affecting it very badly. And whatever the words that we say talk about them is going to be their belief. It's going to convert it as a belief. So we have to be very conscious of what are the words that we are asking, telling about the child. When we instead of telling that you are bad at math, it's about you can tell about the child as like, there is no good or bad memory. It's only trained or untrained memory. You can train your memory. Give them the confidence of doing it. Yes, you are, make them aware you're not good at, you're not able to get good marks, but you are capable of doing it. For that, you need to train your memory. You have to work more on that. That's what is going to help the child to work on it and come out of that labeling. Remove the labels and then give them the more growth minded mindset, which will help the child to do that activity. Even for brushing, right, we will say like the child will take more time. I cannot do it. That's a kind of internal resistance. So I don't have time. That's a kind of internal resistance. So when you wanted to make the child to do that activity, you have to give them enough opportunity, give them, forgive them. And it's also about set the environment right for it. We'll be seeing other that the next things on the there are certain things on the third part of the third secret, as a third secret. And then about the bias, right? The bias is the most dangerous thing. So as a girl you should not do this, as a boy you should not do this. You are not fair, so you are short. So these are the kind of labels also comes as a bias. So you should also be very conscious of what is the word that we are talking to a child, and don't have any bias situation that can stop the child to develop their routine or develop their self skill, improve their self skill. So where there is a will, there is a way. So for that, you have to know your limitation and work on it. And then about the third secret is what is about the how to take action, right? Without, after knowing all this, the third thing is we have to take action. Yes, we have come to an awareness. We know what is it that's stopping us, and now what is it remaining? We have to take action with consistency. The consistency plays a key role here. So for that, we have to take only one step at a time. So when you find there are two things to work, there are two or more things to work, it's not possible on a same day to work on all those things. You just take what is it first priority for you, what is it that is stopping the child's development on a topper priority. Just prioritize what is it as one or two or three, and then work one at a time, one by one. And have a system in place with a fallback mechanism. It should have a fallback mechanism. It is not possible to be consistent on all the time, but it's possible to revive back and and come to the same and come to the consistency, to maintain the consistency. So make sure that you're having the system in place to help the child. The system is not about getting a different app or something. It's about just a simple thing. That is what it's about, reminding the child to do, and with the providing the right environment. If you want the child to brush their teeth on their own, make sure the wash area is on the right height, and they are able to take the brush on their own. And make sure they have the right environment which in the place to encourage the child to do that action on their own. So without providing the environment, without giving that little push, it's not possible for the child. Even for us, even when we wanted to make a wake up early or something like that, when we want to develop that habit, we need that environment. We need to have a system where the system is keeping an alarm, right? And keep it going to bed early. So when you wanted to wake up early, you have to go to bed early. So these are the system that you have to come into, keep in your environment, and then work on it. So this is how we can take action and be consistent with it. These are the steps that you should follow. Remember, what is simple to start is not easy to stick. Beware of boring. So boring is one of the I would say that is also a disease. I would call it as actually, because everyone, that is a label we will put on when we don't want it to do something useful that is helpful for us. So an embarrass imperfection. It's even with the consistent, even with the great leaders, even with the most successful people, they will also be imperfect. But what is it like? They will have a mechanism to come back. Whenever they fall back, they have a mechanism to come back and start again and be consistent with their effort. So all we have to do is like embrace the imperfection and take action and keep yourself, like always have that mind of getting yourself into the journey of getting perfect. Getting perfect is a journey. It's not a one-time goal that we can that we can attain. For straight continuous day, I'll be getting up for 5 a.m. and then after that I'll just go back to my back routine. No, that is not getting into a perfect thing, right? Getting to perfect is a continuous journey. So we have to put that effort for a lifelong thing. It's a lifelong journey. So, and then final point is like I have completed my knowledge sharing session, and this is the last thing that I would like to mention is like, right? So let's work on the present. Let's work on the present so that the future will be taken care. If you want the child to be happy, healthy, and successful, for that you have to start it right now. All we have now is like this time. This is the present. Present is what we have. Present is a present that we have. We are all having it right now. Let's use it in a proper way, and so in a proper and better way, and provide our children a happy, healthy, and successful lifestyle. Staying together doesn't mean being together. So when you want your child to be closer with you, be with your child. It's not the staying together. Yes, right now all we are all staying together in the home. Are you all being together is a question. Ask this question each and every day. Make your moments rememberable just by living the moment, right? So this is what I would like to share. And final note is like, all we know is not all we do. This is just to emphasize on what is the importance of action. We all have this is the knowledge era. We all have the knowledge. All that I have shared here is not something that is new to you. You may be aware of it. You would have gone lots of knowledge about it. What is the action that you have taken is what the question is. All we know is not all we do. Knowing without doing is equal to not doing. When you know all this, and if you're not, as you say, right, when you know all the answers for your question, and if you're not writing it in the answer paper, if you're not taking that effort to put it on a paper, then what is the use of knowing it, right? You're not going to get that mark. So unless and until you take action on what is the knowledge that you have, it's not possible to live the life. It's not possible to give the life. So without living the life, we cannot give the life. It's all about what we have is what we can give. Without having a healthy, happy, healthy, and successful lifestyle, it's not possible to give that lifestyle to our children as well. And success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It's not about a one-time thing that we can attain and then we can rest for a life. It's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Even if it's a strong, if I want to touch 100 million lives, I want to start it off with a one single one at a time, right? I want to touch one by one. So LiveRight has provided that opportunity for me to touch that life. Even this is a very greater opportunity for me. I'm seeing it as a wonderful opportunity to reach my thoughts to a number of people, and thank you for that. So here with this, I also like to introduce my lifestyle gamification model. So this is what I have invented. I'm putting on many parents are here, working parents, and many parents are enrolled in my program, and this is how I'm giving them the lifestyle, whatever the mindset. After that, they have to get into the action, right? So this is the program that I have designed for them, and this is what it is, right? It's called Walk the Talk Camp. It's an action-oriented family growth program. It's for the whole family, wherein I have designed a lifestyle gamification model. It's a kind of framework to design your family lifestyle. I know every parent is different, every child is different, and as which every parent requirement is different, every child's requirement is different. So what I have designed is a family lifestyle framework wherein you can put in what is it that your family's needs and what is your goal, and that you wanted to work on in order to be happy, healthy, and successful. Success for me is different than the definition of success for me will be different with the definition of success for you, because for me the success is like touching children's life. For you maybe touching a different parents life, or like a teacher's life. Your goal may be of something else. So for this is a wonderful model wherein I've designed like a framework. It will help you to design a healthy routine within a family, accommodating all those important things that you have to be in order to be a happy, healthy, and successful family. So these are the outcomes that I have generated from the program so far. They are able to inculcate healthy routines, right? And also they are able managing screen time well. So digital life is one of the most important thing, which is grabbing, as I already said, from both the family life and the and the work life. So when we know how to manage it, so that's when the real success is going to be. And kids are getting self-dependent by improving the self skills like self-feeding and other skills, as we are working with the smaller kids. And also, if this program is for children with age 3 to 15, so they are also working on the self skill according to their age and what is their need for it, right? And then about kids able to take self responsibility and accountability at the home. Kids started to communicate well with the parents. I have a wonderful thing called family journal, so wherein they are able to, that is opening the stage for the family to interact and understand each other, coming to an awareness about what is the need of the family and what is the need of the parents and children. And every individual is different, right? So this is giving that room for it. And then about parents get to see the change in their own lifestyle, and this gives them the sense of fulfillment, and parents able to find time to work on their passion and achieve more for their own self while giving a better support for their children. So these are the successful outcomes that I'm generating right now with the family. And the walk the talk parenting lifestyle is built on, these are the 10 core pillars that has been, the whole lifestyle is built on. I'll just read this, what are the 10 pillars. With that, I'm going to end it. So what are the what is it that is on the bottom line is of high priority. That is like stay optimistic, stay active and healthy, and stay self dependent. So that's, I'm talking about self skills, right? And then about spend self time, self love, and be a lifelong learner. And then the third block of it's like share responsibility, create accountability, be productive. So how can you be productive? You should have a goal, and for that you should manage your time. And what is the result that you be have start with the end in mind. So what is the result that you want to achieve? Visualize that. And then about manage your digital life. When you want to achieve this, it's important to manage your digital life. And then about stay connected, inclusive and supportive. So as you go higher and higher, the time that you're going to spend maybe is very small, but the impact is going to give in your life is more. So that's why I put it the ninth point, right? The ninth pillar is on the stay connected, inclusive and supportive. And finally about live the moment. It's all about living the moment. So and these are the 10 pillars upon which this whole walk the talk parenting lifestyle is being built on. If you do this, you will be a star, and you can give a star lifestyle, happy, healthy and successful lifestyle for your children. So my thing is over. So over to you now, Kartika.
Brilliant. Like you have very, very, very meaningful and step by step guiding for everybody. Like you can first take the step, then you can analyze that step, then you can go to the second step, or maybe like you. It's like helping the parents to visualize and also is that again back in the program that you've got. So we'll stop sharing the screen and we'll have a quick session with you, Hema. We have some couple of questions that we would like to ask you.
Definitely,
Okay,
definitely,
so
please.
my first question is that when you are talking about this whole lifestyle and for how you can build for your kids, doing these activities, do you think it will also affect in their physical health? Have you any of your parents that you have been coaching, have they ever given you the feedback that because of following so one things, I have seen her mentally also improved and I have seen her physically also being hale and healthy? Have feedback or testimonial like that?
So I was just receiving feedback from a 9-year-old, and she was just telling me, "Auntie, thank you for introducing this program to me, because I have designed my own routine. I'm able to follow it, and now I have reduced my screen time, and this has given me more opportunity to explore the other side of the world. And what is it there on the other side that is I'm able to get time for that. Before that, I was just hooked onto the screen, and I'm not exploring the other side of the world. And now this thing is given this lifestyle has given me the opportunity to explore more things. And because of that, the program secret is like even the child will be designing their own routines. It's not the parents who's going to push their routine. The parent, every individual will be doing setting their own goals, and they will be talking to each other, and parents will be as a guide there. And with this program in hand, this is a tool, this is a whole framework, and the parent will be as a leader, and they are rising the next generation leaders, right? They'll be giving opportunity for what is it that is important for you, asking that. It's like a communication, there'll be a communication open, and they'll be designing their own lifestyle. And that's why the children were able to follow the routine. It's not about parents giving something and asking the children to do. His child is getting awareness, and she herself is designing her own lifestyle.
Nice, nice. Well put. That's a direct feedback from your customer, not even the parent, the one who is implementing
Yes.
your direct feedback.
Yes,
It's
I
a
was so
very
happy
nice
on that. I was getting a
thing,
goosebump
Hema.
when she was
So the
just giving me
second
this.
doubt that I was having from was yeah. So the second doubt that I was having is that certain kids are they're usually resist to many things. Like they come with very hyperactive sometimes, and they also sometimes some kids usually try to be very low in terms of energy. That doesn't mean that they generally like take that kind of nature by this. So is it like you consider those people, no, let them have their own space like that, or you should be like force them to be like change this everything or something like that?
No, it's not about changing altogether. It's about modeling something that is suitable for them. It's not about changing one person to other. It's not possible for possible to make one being to other being, right? It's about how to make this being a better self for them. So, what is it for them? What it is suitable for them? They have to do it. So, for example, if a child is very active, we have to give the activities that is being suitable for their energy level. The same child will be active in one different differs on the energy level, on the mood, right? If the child is on a high energy mood, then we have to give them activities that is adapt suitable for that energy. So it's not possible for a child if there is very high energy. I won't call it as hyperactive. I call it as an high energy. When the child is on the high energy, we have to give them the activities that is related to it. Just go for a swing. Just make a small obstacle course obstacle inside the house, and then you can explore yourself. Just give them an idea, that is enough. So even in my course, I was just giving an engagement activity bank, wherein I'm just suggesting based on the energy level of the child how to engage your child. There are 7 different category, and of which they can select one category. If the child is on high energy, what are the activities that you can give? And if when you wanted to spend a family time, what is all activities that you can try with your family? So even everything explicitly I was just giving them why, what, how, and when. So these are all the things that has been addressed, and as they are able to match it, they'll be able to pick and use it. So that's how it's been designed. The framework is that much flexible, and it has all the answers for it there, because I've taken much research on this, and what is the actual need as a parent, working parent. I myself know what is the need of the child, and I have interviewed many parents for this, and talked to many leaders, and after that I derived this model.
Okay. So it's like more like a very personalized and then customized way of, like designing this whole thing for building the good lifestyle for your kids.
Yes, yes.
Successful, do you think, when they implement this into their life? Like, can you share like what was happening after when you started to implement this in your life?
So I'm following this child, this activity. Today is my 147th day of following the same camp in my life, right? I'm also doing this. I'm walking the talk. So whatever I'm telling the families to do, that's what I'm following it in my own life. So wherein I'm able to, so these are the results that even from my own life. So we were able to have a good routine. Even when we changed the environment, we were in Chennai, and then now I'm a native. Even when we are changing the environment, we are able to stick to it, because we have a system in place wherein it's reminding us to do, this is your routine. You have to, even if you change your place, you have to do it. Environment, you have to have this environment. What is it that you want? If you want to wake up early, and what is it that you have to do? So go sleep early, and set the things right for that, and so that you will be able to follow it. So this is the routine that I have built it. So though sometime 1 or 2 days, even if I'm not able to do it because of certain situation, on the fourth day I'll be able to revive back. And the system has a fallback mechanism, because it's been all it's a gamified model wherein you will be scoring yourself, and you're not just you and your whole family. Everyone will be scoring themselves. They'll be coming to it, and then they'll be doing it. So, and there will also be a reflection part every day. The whole family will be reflecting, and sharing their thoughts. I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to do this, can you support me on that? There'll be some space on that to talk about it. I have provided some questions, powerful questions, because questions are really wonderful things that we have to, when we are talking, we have to ask people, and then we have to understand the perspectives, because every people will have a different perspective in their heart, for the towards the same problem. So for that, we have to ask questions to understand what is the, instead of concluding ourselves, just up throw the questions and ask what is the perspective, and which made them to reflect in that action. So before addressing the behavior, address the intention, understand the intention, and address the intention. So that's what the whole underlying things should be from there.
Lovely put, Hema. Lovely put, and thank you for this time that you have spent today with us. It's like past the 1 hour, but we can't keep you hooked up for a very long time. We'll pass all the questions that you have given us to Hema, and we will share you her details. You can check the comment box where we have dropped her website link and also YouTube channel link. Again, once again, I recommend guys, please do go and see her YouTube channel. It really has tons and tons of content. And in today's overall session, if like after listening to Hema, if you want me to summarize, I would say there were like three incredible great points that anybody could take it into their life, not even just for the kid, but anyone can do it. So telling that you have to do a correction before you connect things. So that was like so lovely put. And the second thing she was also telling that you have to be embracing your imperfections. So it's something art of like, celebrating the genuine and natural things that is occurring. And the last one is like very, very super. She was telling that you have to be following it. And she has so well put that it is hard to stick to the following, so you have to stay aware of that boring disease. Okay, so please make sure you just, even if you can't implement everything else at one time, you can follow these three simple steps. And if you want to participate in walk the talk camp that Hema is doing, go and check her website. The camp is still on the mode and it is running. I think this is a pandemic special that is she doing one time thing maybe, so don't miss this opportunity. And thank you today for joining with us and being patient today here. Thank you, Hema. Thank you so much for joining today with us.
Thank you so much. It was a great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.